Okay, we're playing some SaGa Scarlet Grace here. I've got two purposes for this video. The first purpose is to show people that haven't got to play the game yet the battle system. It's really awesome. The second purpose is to kind of inform and hopefully give some tips to people that do have the game and need some help with the battles. This game is tough. So the battle system is really fun. But it's very strategic, and you've really got to pay attention to lots of very nuanced things. So we'll talk about that as we play here. This is the kind of pre-battle status screen here. So I'm in actually kind of the middle of a series of battles. You'll see up here in the top right corner this faded out easy, and as a symbol, this is the Chinese character for earth or ground. So right here. So I already defeated the easy battle, and now I'm on to the hard battle. This game is nice enough to tell you what the difficulty of the battle will be, but sometimes it's not always accurate. But if a battle is labeled hard, you can pretty much assume that you're gonna die once until you get good at the game. So here are my 5 characters. I've got Leonardo at the top. He's my main character. Before we go on, I'll say that his element right here is Earth, and this battle's element, which the battle element is based on the environment. So the battle element is also Earth, so he gets a small kind of stat bonus. It hasn't really been enough for me to actually notice, but according to the game, he gets a bonus. So then my second character here is Rico. He's my martial artist. Leonardo has the ice sword. I don't know if you can see. You just kind of turn around. So if you've played Romancing Saga, you'll know all about that ice sword and the quests that go along with it. So then I have Gabrielle here with an axe. Elizabeth with the mace. She's right here. And then my mage is Victoria, and she's got a variety of magic and a magic staff. Okay, so this is our BP right here. So that's how much I'm going to start with, and then I'll get one more star every turn. The BP in this game is shared, unlike past Saga games. So basically, you have to be even more strategic about who's using the big strong moves that take a lot of BP, and who isn't. What's cool about this game is that if one of your characters doesn't use any BP in a turn, they will defend. So not using BP is just as much a strategic choice as using it. So, most of the stuff you've probably recognized. Good old life points. If you played any Saga game, you'll know all about those. So let's hit square and look at the reward here. Okay, so before you go into the battle, it's going to tell you what kind of enemies you'll fight, and also will give you some kind of extra goals. And if you meet those goals, then you'll get extra rewards. And the extra rewards are usually very good, so it's a good idea to check these rewards out. And also, in the beginning of the game, these rewards are kind of the things that will push you to learn more about the battle system and be better at the game. So here's the enemies up here at the top. So it looks like I'll get 91 Earth gems that I can use for equipment and stuff. This game does not have a normal currency. You collect these elemental gems, and then you use them to upgrade your armor and weapons. So. Alright, so we've got 3 extra goals here. Most battles have 3. So let's see. The first one is basically don't get countered by an opponent. The enemies will use counter attacks. We'll talk a little bit about it when it pops up. So it'll be pretty easy to see. The second one is don't get interrupted by one of the enemy's attacks. There's special moves that are interrupt moves. So we'll be able to tell when an enemy might be using an interrupt move, so it should be pretty easy to get away with that. And our last one is during all the battles, because there was 2 battles in this series, use a protect skill. So luckily in the first move I had a chance to use one of my protect moves, so I just have to use a protect move in this battle to get that reward. So, and you'll see here the rewards here on the side. So I'm going to get 1 earth crystal for the top one, the counter one, it doesn't really matter. But I get 60 for the second one. And as you can see, I'm getting 90 for the entire set of battles, so 60 is a lot. And then we've got a different type of crystal that's still Earth Elemental that I'll get 7 of. And those are pretty good. So I'm hoping to clear all 3 of these. Alright, so there's that. Basically the top option here is start battle. Second option is do more preparation. I could take people out of my party and such. I don't really need to do that right now. I'm happy with who I've got. This is pretty much my main team anyway. And if I'm fighting a hard battle, I'm definitely going to need my main team. So, let's do it. I don't know if you've noticed, but Rico looks a lot like Rude from Final Fantasy VII's Turks. And that's the entire reason why I'm using him. Because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII and the Turks. So. Alright, so this down here is kind of the turns and who's going to move when. And this is one of the big kind of strategic parts here. So when you go over an enemy, you can tell what they're going to do. So the Peggy here is just going to defend. The werewolf is also just going to defend. This girl, so she has question marks. The question marks mean that she's either doing like a protect skill, a counter skill, or an interrupt skill. Remember that 2 of our goals were don't get hit with an interrupt skill, don't get hit with a counter skill. So I'm going to try to avoid her as much as possible. This Peggy is defending. Those are my people. This Peggy is doing an attack. So, but you can see how many stars, it's only a 1-star attack, so it's probably not that strong, I'm not too worried about it. And then you scroll over who does what. See, so I don't want to do anything that's going to cause her to interrupt me. And those interrupt moves are really tough because you don't know who she's targeted on to interrupt. So I'm just going to do some magic this turn. Some hard-hitting, good old-fashioned magic. Alright, so the magic in this game requires more than 1 turn to cast. So you'll see here, like, the one I have highlighted, it's going to take 4 BP stars. And then it's going to take 1 turn to charge, so she'll charge this turn and then actually do the move the next turn. At first I was really put off by this system and I didn't use any mages, but once you start to understand counters and interrupts and all the other strategic things that are happening in this game, you'll realize that the magic is pretty useful, especially the healing spells, because there just isn't any other attacks that will heal you. So, and you can't use items, so you need a mage. Alright, so I'm going to use this big hard-hitting spell and hope for the best here. And then I have one more star, but I don't really want to do anything. Actually, I do need to use a protect skill to get one of my rewards, so I think I'm going to try to attempt to do that. I'm just going to guess and protect my mage here. Let's see what happens. Alright, so there it is. It's showing here with Leonardo that I'm doing a protect skill. So. Alright, looks good to me. Let's go. Alright, here's where stuff gets fun. The cinematics for the battles are pretty fun. Okay, awesome. So, that penguin guy targeted my mage, and he jumped in front and protected it. So, matter of fact, the move I used is Deflect. If you've played any other SaGa games, you're probably used to that move. In this game, unfortunately, it's not just this random awesome thing that happens. You actually have to do the move and target the person that you're deflecting. So, alright, so that was successful mostly. Let's see. So we have, alright, pin attack, defend. So question marks mean counter, interrupt, something like that. I really don't want to get hit with an interrupt because I really want that 60 earth gems, so I'm probably not going to do much. Since I have the ice sword, I can do a blizzard move, but I don't have enough BP and I need one more. So I'm not going to do that. I already got my protect move in. I think I'm just going to roll with this. Alright, good damage. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we've got two more guys doing these custom moves. So, want to avoid that for sure. Luckily, no one else is doing any moves, so as long as I don't directly attack one of them, I won't trigger these custom moves. So, I'm going for magic once again. And it looks like my spell will probably kill all three of those. Oh yeah, so it looks like I'll be triggering a combo too. So when the combo happens, I'll explain a little bit. I think otherwise we're good. Yeah, let's do it. It's always a good idea to take a second look at your moves and make sure you're not making a mistake. Oh yeah, the order changed up, so... Alright, well, no big deal. I might still be able to trigger it. Alright, so in order for a combo to happen, you have to knock out one of the enemies and then make it so your two characters slam together. So let's see if I can maneuver him in a way that... doesn't look like I can there. Ah, yes, here we go. So for instance, if I put him here, and then Victoria does her spell, she's probably going to kill this penguin guy. The penguin guy will die, get knocked off the timeline here, and then Rico will bash into my other three characters over here and create a combo. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but let's see what the other enemy they're doing here. Alright, she's defending. Oh. I'm not really sure what that is. But if you look at the amount of stars it takes to do it, it's kind of scary. I'm going to, like, hope that it's a spell and I can kill him before he does it, but we'll see what happens. I haven't fought very many of these Peggy guys. This move also has the effect of challenging kind of an opponent. Challenge is just basically like a taunt. So if you challenge an opponent enough, they'll get enraged and they'll only attack that character. So you can use it strategically, make it so a particular character is only, or a particular enemy is only attacking a certain character, and then you can use counter moves to negate and, you know, kind of strike back. So because otherwise you have no idea what enemy's attacking who. So let's do this on him, because he's definitely gonna survive. I'm a little bit afraid of what's gonna happen with this penguin here. Ooh, I don't have enough to get before him. Oh, I do have an interrupt move. So, this interrupt move will... So it puts me pretty far back in the timeline, but the targets here, since it's an interrupt move, as soon as one of these targets does their move, it will interrupt them and stop their move. So I think I'm gonna try this. This also can stun the opponent. So, oh, and by the way, this is the kind of the attack element, sort of. So this is like a slash move. You know, if you've played other SaGa games, you know that certain enemies are weak to blunt, certain enemies are weak to slash, certain weak to pierce. So that's still in this game. So. I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay. I usually like to use moves that lower attack, like this move will lower an enemy's attack. But unfortunately, these guys are really fast and I can't get to them and hit them before I can't lower their attack before they do their attack, so it's not doing me any good right now. That's not doing me good either. So I'm just assuming that these penguin guys here are all going to be dead. Alright, let's go. This could be really good, could be tragic. We'll see what happens. Right, interrupt. Hoping for kill or stun. Yes! Alright, we're good. Not too worried about that. And combo. Alright, we're doing really well right now. Okay, so probably you're like, wait, what just happened? So that was a combo. When a combo happens, unfortunately it's not like the older SaGa games where it will actually show the moves you're using, but it registers as a separate attack. So your characters will do the combo and then do their attack, so it's big damage if you combine all the damage together. And then also, your next turn, you get a bonus. So she's got a 1 BP bonus. Now she can do her moves for 1 BP less. And also she can do her moves for 1 turn less in some cases. So for instance, this is my healing move. That normally takes 3 turns. Now it's only going to take 2. Alright. Looking good. Yeah, and so the higher your weapon skill is, the more of a bonus you'll get. So Rico's weapon skill is pretty high, so as you can see, almost all of his moves are only going to take 1. But unfortunately, this guy is doing an interrupt or a counter move. I don't want to trigger it, so I'm not going to do any of those. I don't want to do anything that's going to trigger that. So you'll probably notice that I lost BP there. My formation is called Stray Sheep, and it actually, that's its special effect, is that I get these BP every turn, but then if a combo happens, whether it's mine or the enemy's, my BP goes back. It seems really bad, but because the combo system has the effect of giving you this big discount on your moves, it usually doesn't really affect me that much. So that's why I use that one. There's lots of formations, they do lots of different things, but towards the end of the game, which is where I'm at now, so far this is my favorite. I think I'm gonna use... I really want to take advantage of that 2-turn healing, but I don't need it so much right now. So I'm just going to go for damage again. And then, unfortunately, I'm not going to get to use any of this stuff. So even if I use an interrupt move, from what I've seen so far, they can interrupt your interrupts. So we're just not even going to worry about that. This first enemy here is just going to use Scratch. 1 BP move, not too worried about it. Everyone but my mage is defending, so it should be okay. Alright, yeah, not worried about that at all. Okay, so this guy is doing another one of those. Alright, oh, she's doing heal slash, and that is going to take some damage. Man. Part of me wants to try to interrupt her and try to stun her, because I know I won't kill her, but I don't think that's really going to happen. So I'm just going to use my BP to protect my weaker people, particularly my mage. I think I'm just going to play it conservative and safe here and roll with that. Oh. Oh, guys, don't worry about that. We'll be okay. Oh, yeah, that's kind of tough. Oh, now they're both doing it. Okay, so they're both doing it. I know what to do. I'm just gonna hit them hard again. This battle might not be the most exciting in the world, because there's so much stalling going on here, but alright, no more counter moves, we're good to go. My mage is going to cast her spell. Luckily, it only takes BP from the first turn that you do the move, so now I have my full range of BP. I can do whatever I want. So, first, oh man, I can't get this in front of her. Oh man, she's going to hit me again with Heal Slash. I really want to weaken her, but I can't. I'm not sure I really want to do this. I think I'm going to focus on taking out that werewolf here. Can lightning kick go before him? Yes, okay. Alright, so the move I'm about to use with Rico here is lightning kick. Lightning kick is awesome in this game. It's both blunt and electric, which electric is really helpful against certain enemies. It also has this bump ability, and basically it will knock an enemy back on the timeline and make it so lots of other characters move before. Super, super helpful. And you can even use it for creating combos. A little bit hard to pull off with that sometimes. So let's just do a nice strong move here. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, let's go with Vandalize. Might actually just kill him. Okay, great. So that lightning kick's gonna buy me some insurance just in case Vandalize and lightning kick don't kill it. Then my girl with the mace way back here should be moving before him, and then we'll finish him off. Oof. Looks like I didn't need it. Awesome. Alright, that's a combo. Oh, I think she's dead. Boom, and spell, and it's over. That was one of the easiest hard battles I think I've ever played. Right, so we're just getting our stats here. You'll notice that it's mostly HP. Oh, I've got a samurai sword. That's cool. The only stats that raise in this game are HP and your weapon skill levels. So in that way, it's kind of like Roman SaGa 3. Alright, so at the end of the battle, your mages will get flax, and you can use this flax to kind of level up your moves. You'll see that this says like rank 2 right here. It might be kind of hard to see, but that orange thing is rank 2. So that gives me a 2 BP discount off it. So I've used enough flax to get all 3 of those moves up to rank 2. Also, the flax depends on the element of the battle. So the element of the battle was earth, and my skills are metal and water. So you'll see I have 50% here for the water, so I'm only going to get 50% of the flax. With the metal, I'll get 90%, I guess because earth is closer to metal. So we'll just roll with that. I don't really like either of these moves. Let's roll with Siren. Oh, hey! There we go. Gotta rank up. Now I get a 1 BP discount off of Siren. And, oh yeah. Bonus. 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 Got all 3 of the goals. Got bonus. I even got some extra gems there. Very happy man. Alright, and that was it. Thanks for checking out my video. Please check out my blog, Renzokuken. You'll see a lot more stuff about that, and I'll have other videos explaining other aspects of the game. Thanks very much. Happy gaming.